What she did was problematic.
Yes,
exactly. There's no other way. It's
Thank
problematic
you.
because
I wasn't waiting.
Tamara, that's literally what I was
waiting,
saying.
twirling my mustache like, wow, when he's at his weakest, I will pounce. I was like, let's just be friends. But like, if the door opens, I will, and the day that
Tamara,
door opens,
we're not talking about.
So hold on.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite podcast man, but obviously you can see right now we are not alone. We have some special guests here with us, but before I introduce them, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But I'm Michael Scenario, aka Scenario on deck.
Yeah, and I'm Muriel Gunkoya.
And we are here with
Tamara
and Valerie.
All right, and you guys are from
Lowkey
Relatable.
Thank you. So this is our sister network, our sister podcast that you can go watch them.
Yeah. Let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Okay, not so.
What? I'm so worried about how this is gonna go.
See, today's episode, you normally know us for our talking and all that. I'm going to be more of an observer.
It's a lie. You can't observe.
I see my tone is very chill today. All love. But of course, you can watch all of our podcasts on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Just go search for both of them, or you can search for it under Madeaux, and you can see it there. Like I said, we both just finished season 1 of our podcast, so I guess we can start there before we get into all the madness in terms of how was it recording a podcast, and what would you summarize, or what are some of the highs and all of season 1?
I think so the reactions will always be top for me. People's reactions to the podcast will always be up there for me because especially that a lot of the times when we're filming the podcast, we just did like a lot of things like sort of like off the cuff. We didn't plan it. We just like
riffing. I've never riffed before. I usually go in
the
very
story
fast.
just sort of.
Define what you mean by riff.
So like literally on the go.
This is my second podcast. In the first one, I always had like a plan. Like, okay, this long, and then we're gonna move there. We're gonna. This was like, let's just.
Okay.
We're just yanning. And I think I was like being able to like talk about like real life conversations and like be vulnerable and like sort of get people to like give us feedback and then realize that a lot of these things happen to like everybody, but like we just don't talk about it for like shame, society, whatever it is, whatever it might be. So it was good to see people like being able to open up and like just.
We did.
I mean, so some people like might have Messian, but like
I would Messian to myself. Like I would get back and be like, what the fuck?
Everybody usually has that kind of fear, especially when you're like freestyling. And I think for the styles of podcasts that we have, especially in the environments we're in, there's a lot of openness, like you say, of vulnerability now that is like, normally on a normal day, Nigerians really insult you for it, but at least I feel like all of us here, we got good reactions more than the bad.
I remember one episode, like after the episode, I think it was the pregnancy scare episode, and one day had messaged me the next day and he was like, do you feel like you overshared on the podcast yesterday? Like, do you still want us to air the episode? I was like, oh, hell yeah, like, air that shit.
What episode is
so
this?
I guess you guys go watch the pregnancy scare episode.
There's
a little bit of some in there. So
I mean, the pregnancy, it was a bunch. We went into detail in like a lot of episodes because like if you don't experience things like I feel like experience is the best teacher. So like it's when you experience things that you can definitely give like your informed opinion about something.
That's very true. All right, but shout out to everybody
What's
here.
it like for you guys?
I've had fun though. Like to be honest,
it's been great actually. I think especially the feedback. When you said feedback, I could resonate with that because every time I run into people who watch the podcast or listen to the podcast and stuff, their key point is always, I've been trying to say this. I've been trying to like find a way to just get this out there. Like, because there's a lot of stuff that you almost don't have anyone to share with. But there's this thing about Nigerians really relating when it comes to sharing your sufferings together.
Yes.
Once you know that your leg is broken, but that guy's leg also broke, you're like, my guy. So that opening up a floor for that was really something that, gave a lot of stuff to that.
I have a question for you guys. So like, tell the truth, shame the devil. Has this like helped you guys get pussy?
I'm screaming at the top
Has it?
of my voice.
Stop.
So
because the vulnerability.
First off.
Wait. Are you confident you just say no?
Hold on.
Wait. If you know and if you don't know, it's different.
Hold on. with all respect, but I didn't just start getting pussy. Like,
no, I mean more.
No.
Like,
even the more, like, I've gotten to a point now that I've calmed down. I'm not even trying to sell because you know how he said how was the podcast for him. I was like, it was therapy for me. Now, don't get me wrong. Has it put my
wait come and be like,
no.
So my answer is yes.
You were about to, but you didn't let me finish. I said, have I gotten more attention? Yes.
So
but
that's not, yes.
No, but you said no, but see, but you see what I said? You have to actually look at the question she said. Is it helping you get more pussy? There's a difference between attention and actually getting the pussy.
Yes.
Equates to more.
No. There's a difference.
Okay, I think
do you understand what I'm saying?
Because it's actually not gotten to.
Okay, I meant like
pussy point. Yes.
You see what I mean?
Not
You see what I mean?
actual
You see,
I meant like pussy coming at you.
No,
see,
like
this
the
is
possibility
why
of
we
getting
break down
pussy.
questions. This
Oh
is
my
why we
God.
break down
Well,
questions.
again, my
Possibility
answer
of
is
getting
yes.
pussy.
Pardon?
Has it increased your possibility of getting pussy?
It's put me out there more just because again I was already known out there because of my content and parties and all, but now they're seeing a whole different side in terms of the open side. But the thing is, I feel like I said I've already had that side out there, and the podcast to me was more therapy. Like at first, I didn't read the comments, never watched the episode. It wasn't until me and him will talk more that he'll say, "Guy, have you seen this comment?" That I'll check, and then obviously that's when I start reading more. Like, oh my god, oh my god, and then it's like, oh, and then me too. I'll see his own. Like, the funny thing is, like, I actually read this more for the jokes. Like when I'll see girls now acting him and all that, I'll just be laughing and all that. That's probably when I paid attention. But recently, it's like now it's like, oh, okay, we're doing more.
Is your answer different then?
Mine has always been a yes. It's a heavy yes. It's a heavy yes. Yeah, I can't even.
You know me,
you're very happy about it.
You know
It's
me,
like,
I
it's a
date
heavy
entertain-
yes. I can't even lie.
Honestly, so honestly, not really. I mean, I'm happy that I'm doing something that people are not dragging me for.
Okay.
So that's what I'm happy about.
Yes.
But the attention, to be honest, I could do without it like heavily. Like
He gets, and the thing is, don't forget, he's going to get more of the good attention because they didn't, like, they knew him on Twitter, but they didn't see him out there. Me, I've had my bad boy image on camera for time. So him now, it's just like, oh my God, it's Moyi.
What do you
Like,
mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, bad
What do you
boy?
mean bad boy?
But I feel
Do I look
Do you know
like a
we
bad
don't
boy?
think-
No, not
I
you.
don't know anybody
who thinks that
you're
you're a bad boy?
Oh no, I definitely know. I
No,
definitely
trust
know.
me. It's
I definitely
see,
know.
because you guys know me. That's the thing. Well, you need to know more of me, but
every girl
I don't
let
like
me
from
inquire,
like.
every girl that thinks you're a bad boy, may I ask, are they below the age of 26 or 27?
ooh,
That's a very good.
that's a
you know
very
what? See,
mix.
we're not
Oh
even-
wow,
Because if they are,
Wow.
then yes, you're a
That's-
bad
that's
boy.
a very good-
Because
it's been a
them-
mix, but more.
so them,
It's
they
more.
can't
It's more
understand your
26.
side of it yet. So you are a bad boy.
Yo,
You know what? We can't even delve into.
I wish
this
you
is
could
going to
look at
open
me
up a new
smiling,
topic.
'cause- wow.
How old
How old are you, if I may ask?
31.
You see, this is why I say I'm messing with older women. Like, come on. This is why. Do you see the conversation difference? Do you see how she says she's not bad boy? It's like, I understand you. Yeah. Oh, Lord. There's so
Relax,
much
relax,
happiness.
Do you feel seen?
There's so much happiness
Do you feel
inside right
seen?
now. Pardon?
You feel seen?
He
What does
feels
that mean?
appreciated.
Do you feel seen?
What does that mean?
Like
Like
when
you've been
someone
exposed,
sees you,
yeah, like
and like you feel
something you've been trying to, like,
understood
hide
and,
in.
you
Yeah,
feel-
I'm myself wherever I go. Sometimes it's like you probably get one perception at first until you actually have a conversation. That's why I'm very big on that, and that's what this podcast has helped do. Like I said, for
Fair.
probably both of us, that we get to express more.
I think you guys talk a lot on your podcast.
I
and
feel
I don't mean
seen.
that. I don't say
I
that in a
definitely feel
bad
seen.
way. I say that in like a way where I feel like even at the beginning, it's kind of like you were both uncomfortable with filming, and then like
I was
a couple of like a few episodes in, like you could see that you had gotten more comfortable
Yeah.
and you had gone to a point where you were just really trying to express yourself, which
ourselves,
is
yeah.
important. You know, a lot of times guys
Yeah.
just say something.
I didn't get uncomfortable.
And then,
I got like you guys are like figuring it out. Like, what is?
Yes, we were.
yeah,
trying
but
to
the
figure
camera
it out.
can't.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I was paranoid those
I
first
was like,
those
what? It
first
was
few
more like,
episodes.
Yeah.
how do
Yeah,
we-
it was.
and
It
then
was.
by,
It
like,
took a while.
episode
It
three,
took a
they're
while
like,
to-
fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, but at
All right,
least
so
like,
yeah, I
we're-
think what we're really here for today. Please open the floor because I can. This,
so
this is,
again,
a hard one.
again,
This is,
shout out to everybody. But we're here to talk about a topic we saw from some tweets we saw. So I'm gonna read out the scenario, and then from there we're gonna discuss it. And this is gonna be our topic for the day with our special guest. So somebody tweeted, quote, "Men have normalized using friendship as a Trojan horse for sex. It's such a weird thing, and it's irritating that I have to deal with this when navigating friendships with men." Then somebody now tweeted, "Sex and friendship aren't mutually exclusive. The men you keep as friends are men who indicated interest in you, but you turned down. that interest doesn't suddenly die. It's funny because y'all use them for time, resources, emotional support, but complaining they ask for sex. Then somebody else tweeted and said, on the flip side, women have normalized using friendship as a Trojan horse for securing power via retaining men that showed interest in them that they turned down, but yet require the benefits those men would have offered if they weren't turned down. Is that power that enables?
All right.
There's a lot to unpack.
There's a lot to unpack. So we're going to start with the first part.
Yeah.
The first part again said men have normalized using friendship as a Trojan horse for sex. It's such a weird thing, and it's irritating that I have to deal with this when navigating friendships with men. This was a lady that tweeted this.
Okay.
So let's talk about that part.
I don't understand.
Wait.
fully.
Let's understand that tweet. So she's trying to say that men pretend that they're your friends, but they're just trying to have sex with you.
Yes, I think that's what she's implying.
I don't understand women who are angry that men want to fuck them. I don't get it.
I mean,
because like they're angry at the desire, even if it's not expressed sometimes. They're angry at the desire.
So let me speak for myself. What I think about this tweet, in particular, is like, I honestly believe that if you want to fuck somebody, right off the bat, you should tell them you want to fuck them. I don't think you should say it in a rude way or like. But then there are even ways that you can meet somebody and like have a connection with them and vibe with them, and you feel like you guys want to take that scenario to the next level.
But what if somebody is trying to be your friend? They don't know if they want to fuck you yet, and as they're getting to know you, they're like, if I could fuck you,
feel like
I would.
I feel like 8 times out of 10, you know if you're gonna fuck a guy.
Wait,
like when you
I'm
meet
talking
him.
reverse with, like a guy with you.
So I have a question for both of you now, and saying that, and Moira, I want to see if you answer first to get my perspective. But you just said the first thing now about why don't you say it off the bat now?
Mm-hmm.
And if we're being honest, how many women around the world would actually take a man seriously if that was the first thing he said to them? Because in the end, you guys have to be comfortable. At least most women say they want to be comfortable. And for you to be comfortable, that means we need to get to know you.
I feel like
So it's tough.
no, that's what I was saying, that like you can meet somebody and you can have a connection, and it's not even a case of having to have the conversation where you say, I would like to have sex with you. One night stands, so many one night stands have happened.
Exactly.
And that happened off of the bat of like just like vibing and connecting and feeling like as if
this
it worked.
particular tweet.
So that's what I mean. Like you can go off the energy. So if you now ignore that energy and tell her that you want to sleep with her, and she tells you,
somehow.
I'm not interested in sleeping with you, but I do appreciate like being your friend and knowing you. If you stick around because you think that one day, like I said off camera, you get a crumb of pussy, that's on you. You can't be mad that I have told you clearly I don't want to be with you, I don't want to have sex with you, and then you now still choose to like stick around, be doing favors for me. Okay, like let's say I'm even complaining about my car, you offer, oh, let me do this. You want to do all of these things. If I'm stressed out, I'm not going to say no.
So why
are you mad that
you have gone ahead?
What was Mo going to say?
So I want to wait. So first of all, everything we've said, I think we have about four categories of the women's side, 4 categories of the men's side.
Of course.
Now for the men's side, which is the only side I can really talk about, we have the guys who already have interest in you. It could even just be sexual off the bat, and then tell you directly. Right, which is the one she said, why don't you just? And then we have the ones who like you sexually, but will not come to you directly, and will be persistent to want to keep you as a friend in the hope to open a door. Then we have the ones who just are attracted to you as a person, do not want you sexually, but then would also tell you immediately if they realize they want you sexually. Like they will flip the script and tell you, okay, I suddenly have some sexual interest in you. I think I want to have sex with you. And then they're the last ones who do not have interest in you, or they just like you as a person, but then will not tell you if that opinion changes. Now, those are 4 different guys. The first guy never almost gets any pussy. Right? Except for when he's also met someone who is literally on the same energy level. So, except the person is literally on the same energy, like, look, I'm only here for sex. If you want sex as well, then let's go. Other than that, he's probably not going to get nothing. Then now we have the guy who likes you sexually off the bat, but is persistent. Now, these are the ones that I think that tweet was talking about.
Yes.
Because I also understand that those guys very much exist, probably even in the larger number. And what then happens is, because they believe that women need to be comfortable right? Because they understand that women need to be comfortable.
And they
It's almost like
chill.
it's actually manipulation. If we're being honest, right? It's literally what it is. Let's be honest. Now, it's manipulation
I don't think
because
it's manipulation.
I'll tell you why.
I was just about
No,
to
hold
say
on,
like
hold on. I'll tell you why.
No.
I'll tell you why. Not necessarily,
If
but let
I've
me
told you I don't want you,
exactly.
That's a conversation has
No,
been
I'm getting
had.
there. No, I'm getting there now.
no. We're talking
That's
about if the conversation has been had. We're talking about
Yes. So hold on.
So
Yes.
we gotta agree.
So that's why.
Okay.
So now
I
you
thought you
see.
were saying beforehand.
Yeah.
No problem.
So when I said
I
that,
thought this girl was proud. I was like,
No,
why
no.
do you assume?
no.
Like,
So the
okay,
conversation has
sorry.
been had. That's how you know that the guy doesn't want you sexually. He just likes you as a person.
Yeah.
That's how you're able to figure it out
Yes.
because you've had
It
that
has to have
conversation.
been had,
Yes,
yeah.
Now,
Okay.
those guys wouldn't tell you when those guys won't tell you. Now, you see, for them, right off the bat, they claim to like you as a friend, but then they don't. They already know they want you sexually
Yes.
before you guys even have the conversation. But then when you have the conversation, he's made you think he doesn't want you sexually,
Yeah.
so that you can, get him into the first door.
Okay, no, can I pause you there? Why
Sure.
is that so? That's obvious. That sounds like manipulation.
That's why I said
But
it is.
then why is that obviously manipulation? Because I've done it. So wait, there was a guy.
Yes.
There was a guy.
Yes.
I want to fuck the shit out of him.
Okay.
It's not like, let's not do that. Let's just
He
be
wanted
friends.
to take it a little
So I was
slower.
like, okay, let's be friends.
Okay.
I don't want to be his friend.
But did you tell him that you wanted to fuck him when
No.
you met him?
Yes.
And he told
And
you
he
that
told
he
you
wanted
no.
to be friends?
Yes.
And then you
stuck
decided to
around. Did you guys
agree.
eventually fuck?
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
manipulation.
but like you
So
were,
that's-
you
that's manipulation, I'm sorry.
manipulated your way into
Yes,
that.
she did.
You did.
She
That's
did.
manipulation.
I
That's
stuck
exactly-
around. I didn't force him to have the
You
sex.
the Trojan horse.
No.
Hold on.
I stuck around. Wait. I stuck around. All I
Okay,
did
okay,
was
let her
I respected him. He said he doesn't want to.
But you stuck around, yes?
You stay your day.
Yes.
Let's just be friends.
Okay.
But then the whole time, I like steady fantasizing every
Not
time.
Yeah,
you being
did
a
you,
Yoruba
but,
man.
but did you give signals?
No.
You didn't let him know in any
friendly.
way. No, hold on.
You
I had
Hold on.
already
literally
said
acted
my
like a
piece.
man.
I'm so sorry.
I had
You just
said my
said you just said a
piece.
trigger word. I'm so
Yes.
sorry. You just really said a trigger
Yeah.
word because if it was the other way around now, you were just being friendly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What she did was problematic.
Yes.
There's no
Exactly.
other,
Why
other
was it
way.
problematic?
It's
Thank you.
problematic.
But I
because no,
respected
Tamara
it. I
Thank
wasn't
you.
waiting.
Tamara, that's
in the
literally
wings.
what I was
I wasn't
saying.
waiting, twirling my mustache like, wow. When he's at his weakest, I will pounce. I was like, let's just be
No,
friends.
we're
But
not
like, if
talking
the
about
door
it.
opens, and the day that
Tamara,
door opens,
we're not talking
right, go
about-
inside.
So hold on. See, I
We're
think
not
I
talking about
understand.
manipulation.
So I understand. Well, hold on. So, right now, I understand your scenario. But now because there's some questions that would tell if it was manipulation or not.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And one of them is, did he like you back?
Pardon?
Did he like you back? Not.
He didn't like
No.
me. We were just friends.
Did he like
I
you?
understood
Did he
what
want to
was
fuck you?
saying.
I mean, you have to like him
He
to some
wanted
extent
be
to want
like
fucking.
he wanted like a deep meaning.
So he did like you.
And
I'm sorry. If he did like
You
you.
manipulated the hell out of that man.
See, if he liked you,
you
I'm
wanted something
sorry.
deep. And you said, no,
not
let's
with
be
me,
friends.
not with me.
Then
No,
you
he
now
wanted
fucked him.
No, he wanted something deep in life,
I'm
not
so
with
glad.
me.
Okay,
not
but was
with
he
me.
attracted to
Right
you?
now.
I mean, we were.
You were. That's what we're saying.
Something about
You
Tamara.
played. You played on his
Tamara
attraction.
is always on brand. She always says that she's toxic. And
I'm happy. I'm happy that I
love
know
her
that
for
as
it.
well. So
Tamara, please, I love you from the depth of
but
my
you
soul.
manipulated him.
I've changed anyway. That was
Alright.
in my past. I
So
don't do
real
these
quick.
things anymore.
So with what we're saying now, let's go to the second part of the
Yeah.
tweet, where it says sex and friendship aren't mutually exclusive.
Okay.
The men you keep as friends are men who indicated interest in you, but you turned down. That interest doesn't suddenly die. It's funny because y'all use them for time, resources, emotional support, but complain if they ask for sex. Now, I didn't agree to some parts, but
Yeah.
like
well,
it
same.
says the men you keep as, I mean, don't get me
So
wrong.
that's just
there's
one
some
category
truth-
of the guys
There's
that's talking
some
about.
truth. There's some truth to it in terms of, let's not lie, every man, even us here on this table, have been to that phase where there's a girl you're dealing with that you know she doesn't like you the same way you like her.
Like her, yeah.
And
Or doesn't
she's
want the same things, yeah.
And she keeps playing games like that. We have all been there, so we know women do it. But at the same time, we know some men do it. You get what I'm saying? But most times, if a guy doesn't really like you, like, we're not really going to bother with you. Like,
He would
there's
move
no
on to,
effort
yeah.
or anything. But when he said that, it's funny because y'all use them for time, resources, and emotional support, but complain if they ask for sex. Like,
Isn't that what friends are for?
That's
what friends are for.
Okay.
That's
So
what friends
I think that brings us now to what we're
Our guy
defining.
friends, our girlfriends,
like
from
my
everybody.
girlfriends, I always expect
And
my
I'm not
girlfriends to
expecting
show
my
up for
girlfriends
me.
to
but so like,
Want me
so
to
I say
meet
it's
them
50-50.
out.
I say it's 50-50 because you as a guy too, you're the one that has mind to say, I don't want to really be involved in this. For example, like me now, I have a lot of of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances. At the same time, I will choose who I will sit down and listen to. It's not saying I can't listen to people, but it's like me too. Like I got a lot of stuff. So it's like there's some girls now that I know you can't just call me and 1 hour you're venting of boy. It's like we ain't got that kind of relationship. I can count the ones that that's why I said as friends. Because me, I can't the only times I might stay on the phone are if I know I like you. And even I don't like, for example, I just had a situation like not too long ago, and it's happened before, but it was just like it reminded me of something. It's like, okay, there was a time I went out with one girl, right? And the whole time we're talking, I'm hearing men are trash, men are this, da 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 da. And I'm like, on a normal day, I would have cut this shit off so quick. But because I liked the girl and she was a fine girl, so looking at the face now, you just be like this, well, it's okay.
I'm screaming.
It's okay. She'll soon end. She's still going. She'll still. So at that point, I was like, I can allow conversations like that I said I know I have an interest. But anywhere else, that's why I said it's 50-50, where some of you women know, but then men need to start taking accountability, saying, now you stay there.
Let me tell you why I think he had a problem.
But I wanted to write, I'm sorry, I just want to write off what you just said. Is we're too old to not take responsibility for how we contribute to the things that go wrong in our lives.
This is where I'm going to now.
Like, you know, like you said, you know that you like this person more than like they like you. Your energy is not reciprocating. In that same stead, there's someone that is even always blowing up your phone. That when you see your phone, you're just like, oh, you too, you're not. Everybody, we all know where we stand in people's lives. We deceive ourselves to make it seem like as if it's not that bad, but we know where we stand. It is crazy for you to say you want to fuck me. I've told you I don't want to fuck you. You're doing so many things for me.
And you're expecting
to kind of see you in good lights.
It's sort of like, are you begging for pussy? That's not cute.
That's what it's saying. So the thing is, I think for the tweets, right, the reason why he used the reference he did with, you keep a guy around for the favors and for the benefits and all that is because, first of all, we come from a society where we are predominantly transactional with our sex. Predominantly. It goes from the I directly pay you, you directly give me sex, to I take you out and hope that. That's why you hear some guys saying, after I don't take you out, so I no go knock. Right? I take you out in hope that, I'm not giving you money, so I don't want to feel like I've paid you for the sex. I want it to feel like you wanted it based on wanting me. Still transactional, right? Now, because we have that context, every guy sees if he has feelings for you from the beginning. Now, of course, again, it's still the guy's fault because you still let yourself in when she's indicated she doesn't like you the same way. But you're hoping that, again, one door open. So to me, it's still the guy's fault because now you put yourself in the position where you're trying to do things for her to see you in a different light. So to me, it's difficult for you to then complain later that she kept you as a friend because of these things. You expected that she would keep you as a friend for those things and nothing more, because from the beginning she would have indicated nothing more. The only problem is when the woman who also sees signs that he still wants her the same way. I told you that there are guys who they will show you that they want you sexually. You say no, they are persistent, but the woman knows that he's being persistent. He's trying to make me. The fact that she's even still indulging is where that bitterness comes from. Because
but why should I cut off enjoyment?
But why should I
exactly? So we're saying the same thing.
Wait,
so why then should I stop trying to?
If you don't want to cut yourself off, so.
No, but can I ask a question?
Why should I stop trying to have sex with you?
He said something now.
To be honest, but then what was the first thing I said? That you cannot be angry that the man is trying to fuck you.
But there's no crime for me
like,
continue to accepting those. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but there's no crime if I continue accepting those gifts. But if you actively continue to harass me for sex,
no, there's harassing.
Guys, real quick, I have a question.
You don't know anybody that wants to have sex.
You know coercion too is bad.
No question.
I have a question.
You know people that as you are right now, Valerie, they want to have sex with you, but it's not an issue.
Yes.
Exactly. And they're not harassing you.
Yes,
but you know that if you guys
they will fly to your doorstep.
Alright, wait, quick question now. So in saying all this now, this is why I say I personally have a problem with the way the society is sometimes. Because again, both sides are to blame. There's no he said, she said, but at times, obviously in this society, we know women at times play a part to it. The men do too, and I'll explain. So even how he said a lot of things are transactional here, whether we like it or not, everywhere around the world, dating is transactional. If you want to put in that context, but it's how you see it. Because outside now, for you to meet a girl and all that is, you could go on a date, you meet somewhere, you're still going to have to pay. But then the difference is sometimes in those societies, as we like to say now, anywhere, is that it's not putting your face in terms of the guy now. The girl's not like directly saying like, what are you doing? Where are you taking me? Instead of, if you come on a friendly, good vibe, it's like, yo, naturally, I'm going to want to spend on you. You get what I'm saying? But because of the transactional relationship now, I feel like that's what puts a lot of complications in just the regular relationships you want to have with the girl. Like now, even you guys saying friends now, if I do something for you nicely now, you're a fine girl now, automatically now, it's already going to start in our society, just sex.
Yeah, you're going to assume.
Why? For a reason, exactly, compared to where it's just like, if you're chilled, if you're one of the rare ones now,
I honestly wouldn't.
If you're one of the rare ones,
but most I have,
but
I wouldn't
girls,
just.
Most girls.
I know, I agree, but I wouldn't just. I think so. Is how we're saying that remember that episode of podcast that was talking about how like I just exist and I don't assume that every guy around me wants to have sex with me.
No, that I assume, but that's cool.
And she's like, I think she thinks it's crazy that I assume that at least like maybe like if you had to ask me to give a percentage, I'll say if I have like 10 guy friends, I would never say 10 of them want to fuck
10 of them want to fuck you, fuck off. You know it's your mom. Fuck off. You know at least 9 of them want to fuck you.
Yeah, I need a drink.
You're lying.
I would say like maybe 2.
Are you being on the honest opinion?
Realistic.
Even as guys,
I was about to say something.
Guys walking around, do you not know that most
comment.
of the time?
I swear, I'm not going around thinking that. I'm not going around thinking that my guy friends want to fuck.
Question. In what you just said, right? Because here's the thing.
Everyone's.
Are you could be saying that, yeah, and like I said, I'm a man too. If you code them well, and the thing is, there are conversations we have as men sometimes just to be like, yo, I would even try and do anything with this girl, right? But if the day opportunity present, and
I will finish her.
But the thing is, that's what I said. There are people like, let's not like, you have attractive friends like that sometimes, and you're just like, if that day should come, but you don't say it's not worth. Like I was talking to my boy the other day, and we were talking. We're like, some friendships now, you're just like, it's not worth the mental stress.
See, I've been
it's
in
not worth the
where
mental stress.
I might want the person sexually. I want to destroy her guts, right?
Oh.
But again, I don't believe. See, so again, this is just me and how I like to, navigate my relationships. It's not I've taken you out. No. You have to want me the same way I want you. That's the only way the sex can make sense to me, right? So it's also, vice versa. I have to want the person as well for me to be able to enjoy the sex. And I've had times when after the first date, second date, didn't see the person again, didn't contact, because I just didn't. I mean, but initially, when I saw the person, I wanted them physically. Yeah. But then the instant we got on the first
I think
date,
most women need to understand that, especially here, like, because you're a fine girl doesn't mean we want to fuck you. Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I won't assume. That's what I'm saying. That's why I won't assume that 10 of my friends. That's what I'm saying. That I won't assume that because I have an ass. Or
but I mean, it's in the context of even like not that it's an active. They're walking around, and every single time you walk past, you're like, oh my god, I want to. No, but it's like just a fleeting thought at least once that
they've actually. It's actually
bye.
Yes,
like me now. I won't front. Like me, I can't front. I have a lot of female friends that are models, that are all this and all that. Has the thought come in your head one time in the friendship? Of course. But has anything happened? No.
So basically, if you have to tell yourself, this is not a line I want to cross, that means you've thought about it.
I've thought about it, yeah. Like, but no.
If they've had to say that, okay, look, this is the line I don't want to cross, then you've thought about it.
This way because even you walk just on a daily basis walking around, do you not just think it sometimes?
That what?
I'd fuck him.
I'd fuck him? Yeah, I definitely do.
So I have a very important question about this topic.
That.
So now we've seen what the lady said, what the guy said. What do we think the actual dynamics to a friendship should be? Because now everyone is giving their own definition of what they should expect from a friendship.
As long as the actual friendship dynamics are working, as long as you work as friends.
Okay, so give me a good example of one friendship you have right now that you would say is working, at least to you.
That is not sexual
with a guy.
It could be sexual, it could be non-sexual. So basically the context is okay. Maybe I should give an example so we understand what the floor is saying. All right, so I have a friend who we've had sex before, more than once actually, but after a while I guess we got to the point where so she started seeing someone midway, and of course I would like to respect that. See, I mean, just in case your boyfriend is not.
But did you feel some type of way?
Did I feel some type of way? No, actually, I didn't.
So you didn't like her like that?
I mean, no. So I like that to a point, but the truth about me is, if I'm not crazy about you that I've blocked all the other girls on my contacts, then we're not there.
So you didn't like her like
So
that.
so I guess we'll say that.
So you guys are friends.
But
Yes,
cool, yeah.
exactly. That's what I said. Friends, because when they ask what are you, we're friends still, and we've had times too where a situation comes up, I will come through for her. I'm in a pickle, she will come through for me. So it definitely, and I guess that's what kept the longevity, because if there was none of that and it was just sex, it would have probably died after a while. So then she started seeing someone, like I said, and then of course like our relationship had to fizzle out, and then of course I told her she would chop breakfast, and so she ended up breaking up with the guy, and of course in breaking up with the guy, she then came back and said, well, she's not like she said, I'm back again.
Who's back?
But you just know that, because of where you guys left things, you're not sure how to then move forward with it. Is the person still in that space?
Yeah.
Are they not there anymore?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, single go again. What's the problem?
Please, let's
See,
focus.
let's
focus. So basically what I'm saying is that, so now that's now the dynamics of that friendship is that we can still have sex again. I just haven't, particularly because I just felt like so I do want to, but not as much as before, particularly because there was the peak of the moment at that time had kind of died down. So but that's a friendship for me. In the end, I will call her my friend. I don't feel in any way that she wanted me for my benefit or that.
Okay, so this is where guys and babes differ. So if I feel like a babe, if you want to fuck a guy, there's either you will or you just it will not.
Okay.
So after a while, it's like if you want to fuck and then we're just going to be friends. We are just friends. There's no ifs and
there's not going to be
maybe.
any window, any
There's
room,
no
any
really
clone.
window. There's nothing like door. It's
I'm very,
I
very.
think the window is maybe like a month.
I've learned to be very, very.
Outside that,
That's
girl
not,
is
that's
not
not
gonna
true,
fuck you.
but okay.
No, unless she wanted to fuck you before.
No.
But she was telling herself without her chest. That one is
That's not
different
true.
too. Because
That's
that one
what
too
I
is
said,
this.
that
But
one
there's
month.
people
That
where it's
one
like,
month.
I want to
Yeah.
fuck, but
Because
like,
people are not
I'm
really
not
honest.
sure.
So even if she acts
There's
like
so
she doesn't
many
want
Yes,
to,
there's sometimes where you don't want to fuck the person. Like your body does, but your mind does not.
Okay,
but
so
that's
would
a
you
different
say
situation.
something friends should do? Would you say sex is something friends can do?
Hold
No.
on, real quick.
No?
Real quick, with what you
This-
guys are
this is
saying,
where I really
with
wanna
what you
talk
guys are
about
saying,
this.
it's relating to
I
the
don't
tweet
know,
because we're about to finish the tweet.
All right.
I just want to finish the tweet because
Yes.
it's still relating to everything we're saying. So it says, on the flip side, this is a final tweet from the person replying. On the flip side, women have normalized using friendship as a Trojan horse for securing power via retaining men that showed interest in them that they turned down, but yet require the benefits those men would have offered if they weren't turned down. Is it that the power is that power that enables?
It's not that they have power. The men are stupid. Why did you stay there?
I
I'm
agree.
sorry.
Stay,
Nobody
like
begs
you
I
should
agree.
have-
And the
you
thing
should
is, with what you guys just
that
said,
makes
that's
sense.
what you
Also
said.
manipulation in the
It's
end.
accountability in
Yes.
terms of
Yes.
one side has to say,
"Oh,
me, I stayed." The other
Yes.
side is like, she knew what she was doing. Like, that's what I said. I
But,
kind of.
sorry.
you also knew what she was
But
doing.
let me,
that's what I said.
but let me
But-
ask this.
But why
You
you be?
knew,
Didn't we
we
just
all
say
knew.
both
So
of
it's
us are
only-
going to take accountability?
No,
Yeah.
but you
But
know-
let me
See, I
ask
never
this
see what
clearly.
she has to
But you
say.
know,
I wanna
but you know
ask
they
this
stick
clearly.
around.
Because you
Let me
don't
just jump on
know.
point.
Sometimes you don't know if it's not like, for example, I'll say an honest
Yes,
truth.
I was
can say
gonna
an honest
say
truth.
they
I've
stick
been
around
there.
sometimes because you've seen scenarios where after the guy persisted, he got what he wanted. This is why other guys persist, because you're saying,
Wait.
why is he sticking around?
No, so it depends on the
But we
reason.
said that the girl
Angle.
has explicitly said no. Is that not
Yes, but that's the
That's
thing.
another
He has
angle.
also seen
This
where
guy
his
is not
guy
explicitly
experienced.
saying no.
Thank you. He's experienced where his
So
guy.
there's so many. There's
said-
so many. Like
guys
It's
watch How I Met Your
it's a
Mother?
great yes, we do.
Do you remember the hook episode?
There we go.
Somebody
Exactly. So
said
something
something-
similar to that.
That is so it's what's it called? Oh.
So to me, it's just dishonesty
know.
and
What
and
is the word?
So question.
It's life.
I have a
It's
question and a
evolution.
scenario.
It's survival of the
So
fittest.
there's-
If you're on somebody's hook, sorry to you. Then wake up, get off. Like
Let me
I'm
ask you a
sorry, I don't even
question.
call that a
So
So this is
down
where
women,
I
men.
say I want to give a scenario where, like
'Cause
I
I
say,
know
it's
babes
both
making
sides,
soup for men
but the
that are not
women,
their
but the women
boyfriends.
know what they're doing. So, for example, here's the story. So, imagine if now, guy meets babe, for example, they get along very well. They start talking, seeing each other, and all that. Now, the energy she's giving him back is like, okay, she's interested because she's already stated that she's attracted to the boy. You understand? And he's attracted to her. Now, when they start seeing each other and all that in person, the vibes are good and all, energy is there, is great. Then the babe starts to slowly cut herself off, but come back in. cut herself off, come back in.
Yeah, on rotation now.
Can I answer?
Go on.
No,
Finish.
I don't want to
Can I
say.
answer?
No, we know. We like I said, we inside.
Yes.
They know the answer, but I'm just saving the scenario. So she's going back and forth thing, right? But then, when she starts to notice he gives the same energy back, that's when she wants to come back in.
Yes, now it's like
And come back in and
He's
hold.
like the fuck.
And hold.
I don't have
And
a
hold.
hold on you anymore.
Now-
It's an ego thing now.
Now notice
even know
notice
that
in this
sometimes
whole
it's like-
scenario, notice in this whole scenario, like we said, both will take accountability because you two as a man, you know. But who's really in the wrong there? Because the guy,
Nobody.
Nobody.
the guy has
This is
genuine
dating.
feelings,
Nobody
right?
in the wrong.
Like I said, when he started,
And then you
chasing
said,
her,
"Fuck your
she
load from
started
the
going back.
beginning."
But you two as a guy, you chase because you all are the same women. Maybe not you guys, but the same women in society saying men should be chasing.
Yes,
Men,
that-
why
Am
do
I
you
that
want me
easy?
to chase you?
Am I that
Why
easy?
should I chase you?
Yes.
Even though the reason some men
Yes, he has a
don't
point.
get me wrong, I
Chase
believe.
with sense. It's not every fox you run after. You run after the one that is running to you.
No, but then
Not
you
the one
don't.
that
But
is-
you see, it's very easy for you to say that. You look at you yourself just admitted you had manipulated the poor boy now, thinking, hey, I don't want to do this
into
thing, but
enjoyment. I did manipulate him into suffering. I'm sorry.
sorry,
It
Tamara.
was a happy
Tamara,
ending for
I'm not
all of
going
the
to-
above.
Accountability.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to let
Accountability.
you.
Women are toxic.
Sorry.
Accountability.
But in this case,
Accountability.
This manipulation you're talking about is manipulating him nowhere. I've never done that.
Like,
I've
people
always
are
let it be
toxic.
known. I don't want this. So
But he
if
said he
anybody
didn't want.
continues
But
on
he
after
said he
that-
didn't want to.
No, now he said that he wanted something. We're talking about.
All right,
Alright,
cool then,
okay.
Tamara. I'm
Alright,
happy
cool
that
then,
you
cool then,
refused-
cool then.
You stopped.
Say
You
less.
stopped in your tracks because I don't know what you're saying. But in that
But in this scenario, in this
scenario that you're
specific
talking about,
scenario,
me,
okay,
I always say like
it's not the baby's fault. I'm saying if
and
she
this
has-
might come off
if
as
she has
harsh
said
or
no.
rude,
Say the truth.
but I think everybody needs to grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Own your emotions
Yeah.
and handle your emotions.
Yeah.
If you're upset about something, communicate. There's no way you communicate to someone that cares about you that you're upset about something and the person will not sit down and listen.
Yes.
It's the same way they say inconsistency is an answer. If you are talking to me and
I stop talking as much. Take a hint, bro.
No,
Like, the game is the game.
Be
But you need
consistent
to-
there.
wait. You see, this is what I have a problem
the
with
player,
because you
the
don't know
player.
the situation that's happening now. Because now, if a guy did the same thing that he's not answering his phone and all that all the time or replying with the same
the girl
speed he
will
did,
look
for
it
hints.
doesn't mean
Hints.
it does. There's
I
no
will take the
hints.
hints.
There's situations that are playing about.
Okay,
But
wait.
if you just
But
but
then
the
you
situation
know-
Have you ever?
gave,
You just said
the situation
communication.
you
I've been in a
gave.
scenario
Did you not
where
just
it
say
has happened to me.
communication?
So wait,
Did you not just
but
say
the situation
communication?
Perfect.
gave, you
I've
said
been in a
she-
scenario where this has happened to me.
No problem.
Perfect. Let me use this as an example.
screaming.
Me and this guy, we used to talk a lot. We used to go back and forth. But so I've known him from like, let's say, I'm so sorry to do this, but I've known him since like, let's say, secondary school, right? And we've always known each other. We've had this kind of random friendship. We see each other, we say hi and blah blah, and that sort of is right. And then fast forward to like years later, like at least 10 years later, we now start like fucking, and then it's like it's not serious. But every time we see, like, we hang out, we'll gist, like, it's a vibe. We're guys. And then all of a sudden, like, I'll try to hit him up, and like his responses are weird. And like, I believe in star signs, and he's a Gemini too. So like, I immediately understood. That's your business. That's your fucking business.
That's your business.
But-
That's your business.
Exactly.
Star
I'm not
sign.
saying
Star
me.
sign. Okay.
But like, I said my own.
Okay,
I'm
go
saying
on.
my
Go
own
on.
Alright, that's fair.
experience.
That's
Very
right.
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I instantly know that like it's a thing where like he's definitely seeing someone else. So he starts seeing someone else, and like they have their own thing, and it's now.
And if,
Wait, let me finish. Chill, let me finish. Tamara, let me finish. Let me finish.
If he was not seeing someone else, he would have just simply said, "I'm busy." It's
Yes.
this, it's that. It would have
But
been
he started seeing
communicated.
somewhere else, and he started seeing someone else, and the communication like lagged, and he was just like a completely
Then
different
he's
person.
gone. Then you know he's
So
gone.
me, I honestly swear to God, I freed. So imagine like me now running into him, and then like, oh, he hits me up after, and he's like, oh yeah, like it was good to see you, blah blah. We should hang out. I'm like, oh, LOL. Are you sure?
LOL.
You seem like you've been mad busy, you know? And he's like, no, when we see, we'll talk and blah blah blah. And then we now see, and he's like, oh yeah, I was actually seeing somebody. I thought it was going to be more. That's why like I said this and. Nothing spoiled. We
But you
fucked.
guys,
I came. He
I'm
went
sorry,
home.
but men, you
Like,
guys hold on for too
Yeah.
long. You guys,
That
are
was
like,
it.
maybe she'll come back. No, let her go. She's
Okay.
fucking someone else.
Okay, so
When
here's-
she's
so-
not
so
answering.
here's-
I
So
feel
do
like
you
you guys are
understand where
very
I'm coming from?
yes, but I feel like you guys are very unique in your own ways, in a good way.
No.
You're unique individuals
No.
because the average woman now thinks like this, but at the same time doesn't think like that.
Because that's what I'm saying. That the power is in my hand. Because I just want to fuck this person or be his friend. So whether he likes somebody else, I won't be offended that he tried to pursue a relationship outside.
Did you say that? Did you say that too?
That I don't want to be in a relationship with you.
Sometimes no. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Can I be honest?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm working on it, but like I said, you guys even saw little examples. Like, cause of my work being on my phone a lot, the times I'm on it doing it, then I leave my phone alone for some time. Then Lagos, especially the area now, like you are moving around a lot. So I'll be honest. That's why I even said myself, it's me just organizing my own work life that the time is not there. But there are periods where I have but when I have
women, you are here now.
No, but the funny thing, but when I say I have my free time, like I said, the energy could be different. Whereas like, oh, there are no events, or I'm free, baby. Like, what's up? Like, we need to see, no problem. I owe you a date. Let's go. Yeah. Boom, because there's no work.
Yeah, but then sometimes we are tired.
But you know our problem. You know our problem in Nigeria. You know our problem in Nigeria is that we don't communicate.
Make time for people that are important to you.
Of course, my family.
Yeah,
my family, like my family. I'm talking about the girls you're talking to. Your family.
Sorry, send us to wrap up. We've not even we're having fun having this conversation.
Because I make time for family, my work colleagues. Well, you're not my work colleague, but
we're even both. So
both. My guys, like I make time for that, or things are happening. But like I said, even with girls, I'm trying to do that more. Like even me, I'll admit that's one of the worst things about me from dating this year. Like they communicate. But if you see me in person or we chill together, you love me.
Do you call?
Yes.
I don't.
I'm the opposite. I'm not.
I can call.
I don't like people that say that. I
can
like
call.
people that say not that I don't like. I mean, I understand that everybody's different, but I don't like that we have a better connection when we see. I'd prefer, even if it's just
I hate texting.
Sharing.
I hate texting. I can call. We can talk even when we call. It's the same energy when we see. That's what I'm saying. When we call, it's not like awkward calling or anything. It's not like awkward calling. When we call, like the energy is still there. It's just in person. But texting, like that's why I said my job makes me hate being on my phone.
No, like I don't want us to text 247 like morning. Like I just feel like a random checking. Like if you send me something.
Can I ask you a question?
Can I ask you a question?
Remember that scenario I told you about? There's a girl that got angry at me. I need your opinion, and even people's opinion out there. So, and it's happened before. I'll take accountability. Remember, 50-50. So I'm going to take accountability of communication. There's one girl we were talking consistently, like every other day, not 24/7, but during the days we'll talk and all that. Because like I said, the free time was there. I was moving about. Okay. For 2 days, I know text time.
Wait, relax.
2 days. Means this girl's never gone out before.
You've never gone out?
We've never gone out. Never been on a date, nothing. We've seen each other outside, like, hey, what's up? Like, she knows who I am, I know who she is, and all that.
How long had you been talking to?
A few weeks.
And then you didn't text her for 2
days?
Like,
maybe 2-3 weeks.
And you didn't text her for 2 days?
So in those 2-3 weeks, like 2 weeks, we're going like back and forth. Let's say 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks. Did
you have a heart attack?
Actually, I was on tour.
Oh.
And you didn't talk to her for 2 days. That means you were fucking other bitches.
That means I wasn't fucking other bitches. Knee deep in pussy. 2 good days.
You were
choking in pussy. I would have told her to block you.
There were bad bitches around you.
I would have told her to block you.
You hate her. You should have just told her that you hate her. You could have just
wait.
How? Grab a drink. You're gonna need to.
If my girl came and told me. It's been 24 hours. This guy.
You were on tour.
He's posting. He's on tour. He's having fun. Block him, sis. He's not what
vomit. That first day, I will vomit from midnight to 5 a.m.
And let me tell you something.
Just throwing
up. Even if that girl had not begged for you and had not stayed there, she just wants to fuck you. She don't like you.
Now,
okay.
First off,
what the hell? Wait.
I am appalled at the shot at my character. Of who I am as a man.
A man on
that does not represent me, Michael Shonariwo. Okay, the 2 days.
But I'm just saying,
first off, the 2 days I did not text the person. Okay, first off, I was with my family in San Antonio.
So you're enjoying life.
Your family.
Wait.
Finish it so they can understand.
I had traveled with no SIM card, so I was using Wi-Fi consistently. So when I got to my family house, the first few days I was there, I said I ain't using my phone.
Okay.
So you can't tell her that.
Did you tell her?
No. But again, I'm not dating this girl. Not again. Communication.
It's the end part I need them to hear, so we can actually. That's the opinion I want to hear. The part where he apologizes.
Oh, thank you. So because after the 2 days now, I know text. Like I said, I didn't use my phone. So basically, everybody except my mother and my family that called me, I didn't talk to anybody because I was exhausted.
So how did you do
So
the
when I got, I said, yo,
did you
hey,
text
no,
her?
I sent a voice note. I sent a text and then I sent a voice note saying, yo,
didn't call.
I apologize. Like
You didn't call already.
Please, if you hated her, you should have just told her.
Why not bomb my house? It's the same thing.
Just tell her, hello, dear. Your mouth stinks.
Your mouth is stinking. I hate you.
I feel like this is a Lagos city girl problem.
No,
Again.
if I call any,
No, because you know the difference. We talked about this on our last episode. On our last episode, right?
We apologize. What happened?
So I tell you, I apologize. Like this is what I've been doing and all that. You get what I'm saying? Because of the tour. This girl vexed, no reply. I said, And now, mind you, we talked about this on our last episode because you guys just proved.
You know she might not have vexed. She might just moved on.
But wait, here's the thing. You proved something just now. You proved something that we said about our last episode about the difference between IJGB and Lagos City girls. And you guys will love it, by the way. But we now said something like the reactions.
But she's IJGB. She did school here.
No. It's not about you schooling here. She's a veteran. How long have you been
This
here?
one, it's not about schooling here.
It's not about schooling here. How long have you been here?
The thing is, even people who school abroad, even a better part of their lives, there's some morals that are distilled in you before you leave.
Exactly.
So
what I was saying was the reaction. See how you guys, obviously we're all joking, but there's a reaction I've noticed with women from Lagos where that anger of, you don't text me for 2 days. Are you mad?
Yes.
Which is
That's
pride.
Yes.
IJGB now. When the same girl I didn't talk to for 2 days now sent a simple voice note. Hey, I apologize. This is what I did. Oh, really? What was it about? Can you tell me about it?
I think it's a personality thing.
It's a personality.
I don't think it's a. You know, I agree that women in Lagos do have a sense of entitlement to men's time and their money and their energy.
Yes,
I'm not going to lie that there is a sense of entitlement, but it's unfortunately the society that we find ourselves in.
And we
when
agree.
you think about how everything has been positioned, a woman has to feel like she's entitled to your time for her to be able to fully request
Look
this
at
from
this
you.
particular case though, he was on tour. The girl, even me said,
But then, what I'll say about this
come
scenario
on,
is, I'm telling you honestly,
come
if
on.
I'm texting a guy actively for 2 weeks and
then he
disappears
posting
for 2 days and he
No.
doesn't text me, nothing. Like, if you told me, Valerie, I'm going to spend, even if you tell me you're going to spend a month with your family and you're not going to text me for the entire month,
it's better.
as far as you've told me, do
She
whatever
may
the
not have
fuck
vexed.
you
She
But
might
then
just have been like,
question-
he doesn't communicate. So bye.
But you know,
vice versa.
This is what I think. So this is what I think, right? I know that, and I also agree that 2 days is a lot. I mean, 2 days is a lot, right? I agree. But I feel like if it's someone I'm texting for the first, we just started talking literally 3 weeks ago, right? You're still getting to understand my lifestyle. Still getting to understand. Now, a tour is not something that I do every day, right? So, yes, you'll be pissed off the first few days. In fact, don't respond to me for a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I would understand it. But if it's going to be a long-stemmed, you don't vex, you're no more talking to me anymore, I feel like it's an overreaction.
No, you have no right
I
to
feel
tell
like,
people how to react.
again, like I said,
No.
I feel like it is. I'm not saying she doesn't
I'm
have the
not
right
saying
to.
like you can, but like you feeling that
We
is
did,
your
no,
own
we did
prerogative,
talk about-
but you cannot voice it out.
There were
and
some
use it
things
as
I
a
saw that,
mode
like I
of
said, for
argument.
me were not for me.
It's not even an argument.
little
I'm just
things
saying
like that.
my opinion.
If
at
you
that
don't
point,
text
I
me
will
for 2
feel
days straight,
like it's an overreaction, but I
Well,
will
you come and explain
understand
yourself and we back
where it's
to it.
coming
I'm
from.
like, all right,
Then
cool.
you still-
Because we're not on
but
that
then
level
I feel
yet.
like for you to not see it as an overreaction, you also need to see it from her perspective as well. You're also trying to get to know her, and you're trying to understand the kind of person that she is.
Yes.
And she's the kind of person that if you don't text me for 2 days, I see it as you
But
hate
even
me.
apart from hate me,
That's how some
if you
people
have not
are.
texted me,
If a girl doesn't text me for 2
Wait,
days,
it's
I'm
extreme.
alright.
But like, you know what I mean.
But what I'm saying, if we're just getting to know each other, right? And you don't text me for 2 days.
Yes.
I'm okay.
If you
Explain
don't
it.
act right in the honeymoon stage, what will you
Well,
now
exactly.
do?
We're not dating.
Wait.
But we're not dating.
Let's understand that
So
this
why
girl
is it different
probably,
for
if
us?
she's a Lagos
Yeah,
girl-
Moiwa, see what she just
Wait,
said.
now this girl is probably texting 3-4 guys.
Thank you.
One disappears for 2 days. You have dropped off the leaderboard now. Sorry.
No, but
Bye.
the problem is
you are in the running now. You're not here again.
Okay,
I'm
so
giving energy
hold
to the
on,
others.
hold on.
I don't have the time. I
So-
even needed to lose.
So is it a personality
You have
thing now?
dropped
Because
out.
it sounds like that's what it is. Because
Different
why then?
reasons.
No, I'm saying that. Why then is it
Different
different for two of
reasons.
us? Because if someone doesn't text me for 2 days,
That's fine too.
and she comes back, I'm like, okay.
If-
So
what's
yes,
up?
I will
Now-
tell my guy friend.
now at the back of my
fuck
mind,
off.
do I think she might be lying? Yes, like she can become. But
Yeah.
again, is it
But you
is it
free
bothering
it.
me to the point where I'm not responding to her? No.
No,
Like
if we
I'll
go
just
down
say
on
that
dates,
she's just said, okay, you know what? I was occupied with blah blah
but
blah.
what
blah.
if you've also just lost interest in those 2 days? Like,
no, there's also that, and that's understandable, right?
Interest has reduced.
So, like she said, it could be several things. It could be that she's just not interested anymore,
It may not
and I get that, but I feel
she might also just have no.
I guess the energy
going to be. I don't want.
See,
to.
guys,
maybe.
Guys, as you see now, this is why we don't really put women on the podcast because there's so many triggers.
No, I think
I respect. No, I'm joking. I respect your view and what you say, and you've actually like.
Communication is very
no, but here's the problem. We're going to end round up because of time, but with what you said, like that's why I said I understand women are different, but that's why I said you see some women react one way or the other. For me, as a man, if I'm chasing you, right, like I said, it's also showing. No, but what I'm saying is for me now, it's showing me like maybe this is not the kind of girl I want because same way I want somebody that is understanding that if you don't text me for 2 days, like I said, you explain what you did.
Though.
No,
but she should have communicated.
But that's very fine.
Yes, I agree that.
I think you should take this stance to communicate.
But question. The same way I said I'm not dating her, nothing. We're just getting to know each other.
Because I don't want to
question.
anymore.
But even my friend, I'm just saying question, just perceptive. If my boys too now, let's say some of my guys I was talking to at the same time. Because you can be talking to... Do you know how many people you talk to on a regular day and you don't talk to any of them for 2 days?
When I say she's talking to different people, I mean different guys.
No, but you see...
I think
like
I think the disparity here is in the intention.
But like, did you have interest?
That's what I'm saying. So the intention towards... The intention both of you have for each other, I think
she's attractive. I think she's fine, but I want to get to know her.
I feel like then... Like, for me, there's some things I say like... And I don't say this, I've never said this in public before, but I always say like to my friends that like there's nothing that I cannot forgive as long as you communicate with me. Speaking to me and letting me know what is going on.
When you said I've never said it in public.
No, because I don't want people to take that for granted, right? Like you can't go around saying I'm very understanding, do rubbish, I don't understand.
I guess
no. But like I feel like just stating there's so many things that like
communication will definitely like hold
us, and I think that it's you don't have to be dating someone to have like basic respect. Like I can be talking to you, like even sometimes if I'm texting you back and forth, like we're having like a proper conversation back and forth for like 2 hours. And I go off for 3 hours and I come back, I'll be like, oh, hey, my bad, I took a nap or I was cooking. I would, because I care about my communication with you. But if I don't, I can just come back and
just continue with life.
I'll just reply one LOL. And like I obviously like.
And you see, I get what you're saying.
That is
I'll call.
We need to wrap up because we have to have that conversation before we close. And I know we've gone way over time. But this is the one I mentioned it earlier. Do you think friends should have sex? Someone said no. Some people said yes.
I don't know. It depends.
I think it depends.
I think you can be friends if
but
you have
it's best
sex.
to just avoid it.
But if you are friends and you are just friends.
So you're talking about the transition. You're saying that it's better to transition from lovers to friends or from sexual partners to friends.
Fuck your friends. That's boss.
No, but that's it. But that's the thing. Now, at what point do they become your friend? Because I think you're coming from someone who's been a long friend. Okay, so you're saying someone who's been a long friend shouldn't transition to have sex.
I'm not saying it shouldn't. Wow. I'm so sorry.
So are we saying then that this is the transition? Because how you guys become friends is also a thing. Some people, like I mentioned earlier, some people already want you in a certain way, not even physically, but in a certain way. So, and that's for me at that point, I genuinely want to just be friends.
It's fine to want your friend, or it's fine to want your friend and know, okay, nothing's gonna happen, but like if I could, I would. But it's fine, we're just friends. I think that dynamic is fine.
So my point is, people always say, like now, I like someone, I like her physically, for example.
Let your friendships be friends.
No, but no, hold on.
I hate blood.
Wait, let me tell you why I'm saying this.
Okay, let me.
I'm getting somewhere. Hold on.
I'm getting somewhere. Let me put it like this. You know, Bolaji, my best friend. She's like, babe, if Bolaji swung my way, I'd have tried to romance her since. That girl is fine. Is that bad? Is that not my friend?
Okay, no,
so yes. Or is that dynamic?
But
you could fuck your friend.
This is what I want to know. This is what I want to know. If like I said, I'm attracted to someone, I'm just getting to meet her. Naturally, I won't just meet her. Again, this is just my person. Some other guys do direct. I don't do direct. I would not say, oh, hi, I'd like to fuck you. No. But like, it's fine. No, hold on.
Don't ever say, even and I said on the podcast,
that's been what's insane.
That doesn't mean someone should come and meet me. Hi,
okay. Well, this is the definition everybody understands as direct. So that's why I'm using that as direct. That's what they understand as direct.
Apply tact.
So if I'm saying that, okay, you know what, I get to know the person, I like the person, I'm attracted, but I'm not exactly thought about sex.
Yeah.
I just maybe the person's funny. Okay, now then we get to maybe we hung out once, twice, and maybe in the second or third time, I'm beginning to now see her in a more sexually appealing way. And I'm trying to maybe get, energy, and she's giving me reciprocation. And so, and then we have the sex, right? Are you then saying now that we've stopped being friends?
No, you're still friends. You're only just friends.
It depends.
You're not friends.
No, you people will know. You people will know if you're friends in the next coming days.
Exactly.
How you will choose to move on from
so
that?
So then what
scenario?
we're saying is that you can have friends and still have sex with them.
Guys,
that's what you just said.
Why do you want to fuck your friend?
If you're listening to this,
you've already had the sex.
Please don't do these complications.
Yes,
again, watch our podcast.
Friends.
Because of time, we have to go because of time. We're going to stay on the subject, but thank you guys for being on.
I think, you know what, if you guys have any questions, throw them in there, because I think this incomplete.
I feel like this is a very personal topic to
Don't have sex
because
with your friends.
there's a lot of blurred lines everybody is looking for.
Yeah.
But you guys...
Because people say you've had sex and then, okay, now we're no more friends. Now that we've had sex, what are we?
Now, once fucked.
Guys, don't complicate it. Anyways, you guys, thank you guys for being on our podcast.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was great to have
But can you guys
on
give
here.
another self-plug to yourself, all that?
So who me that does it? So do you want me to plug the podcast or plug myself? Because I'm going to plug myself.
Everything. Plug everything. Plug everything.
You know, okay, so like our podcast is Lowkey Relatable Pod on Instagram, and you can find it under Madeaux. You see two girls with very animated like facial expressions. It's Tamara and I. My name is Valerie EK. My Instagram is Valerie.ek. Please don't send me any weird DMs. But yeah, like say what's up and I'll say hi back. And this is my co-conspirator Tamara.
DM me. I don't look at my Instagram, but yeah.
Fair enough.
And thank you for having us.
No problem. Thank you guys again for always listening, and make sure you subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all the platforms. You can find us there. And we're gonna be back with another episode real soon. I'm Michael Scenario.
Yeah, and I'm very welcome, Koya.
Until next time, guys.